Could you tell us a little bit more about the organizations of consciousness?
It is not so much for the telling as it is for the showing. Therefore, as we have said, continuing to study sacred geometry can help to unlock your perceptions of simultaneous time. You can bring to your mind the image of multifaceted crystals, and each facet being a version of consciousness as it perceives itself from a unique vantage point and yet connected to all other facets. And it might be connected on the surface to various facets, but also within this crystal and between facets on the inside, as it were, there would be lines of consciousness in sacred geometrical patterns of a multidimensional nature, whereby there will be many intersections of consciousness on the interior, and yet each strand of consciousness on the interior is connected to all others on the interior. Even as on the surface you might be connected to various facets by proximity, on the interior you may be connected to the facets by vibrational resonance. And so through this internetwork of consciousness, all information can be shared, and that which is shared is that which is relevant for any particular focal point or any particular facet experiencing itself as it is from that vantage point. Therefore, all information is theoretically available, however, not all of it is relevant. So you will find yourself awakening the threads of consciousness that connect to other facets that are relevant and in alignment with the experience and the theme that you are choosing to explore in that particular lifetime. Now, what might emerge upon your planet as we read the energy is a kind of multidimensional language of light, artistry, depicting these sacred connections, which has in part been developed by the various mandalas and sacred geometrical patterns. However, it is in a rudimentary stage at this point. Now, when you master your technology in such a way that you are able to display three-dimensional images in clear glass-like cubes that will in many ways replace your current flat screen technology, you will thusly be able to create three-dimensional depictions and four-dimensional depictions within these cubes, so that you can see the shifting patterns of light. And these will be simply physical manifestations of the recognitions that you're having to the interior of the universe that you're beginning to explore now. Thusly, these art forms will be representations and reflections of the awakenings that you're experiencing individually and collectively en masse as a society. You will find thus that the blending between technology and art will create new opportunities for exploration and expression of these ideas that become somewhat challenged to experience in the linear format of language. For it is, of course, a challenge to express multidimensional concepts in a language that is based on a time-space reality format that is indeed very linear. So hopefully you can appreciate the limitations that we are working with, and however we sense and you know yourself that you have the capacity to receive these images and to, as it were, have a flash of insight in what might take us several books to unravel. You can glimpse in an instant through these manifestations of patterns of light. Thusly, you can continue to learn the language of light, this non-verbal form of channeling, and who knows where it might take you. For much will be expressed through the arts that cannot be easily explained through language. You will find that even your technological arrangements will begin to reflect these inner workings of consciousness, and you will then have made a quantum leap in your technology.